A local nonprofit organization continues its fight against homelessness by providing food, clothing, shelter, and various programs to the homeless communities in Central Florida. Their story is coming up next on Polk Place. Hi, I'm Tina Mann. I'm your host today, and joining me in the studio are Galinda Fleming, the Development Director at Lighthouse Ministries, Kyle Bridges, the Thrift Operations Manager with Lighthouse, and Sharon Johnson, the Women and Children's Director at Lighthouse. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, I love Lighthouse. It's a great program. I've talked with you about it before, but for those people who may not know what they are and what they do, can you tell us a little bit about the program?
Well, Lighthouse Ministries has three components. One is our homeless shelter, which began in 1977. We serve the homeless 365 days a year. We give them 2 hot meals, 2 snacks, clean clothes, and a nice place to sleep. We have a chapel service at 6 o'clock every evening and then serve dinner at 6:30. Another component is our residential facility, which is Success Shelter. It's 14 to 24 months long. The women and children and men actually live at Lighthouse in a dorm-like setting. They go through various aspects of their life through training, fit training, family integrity training. They go through education through NOVA for their high school diploma or continued education. There's many aspects to the Success Sheltering that Sharon will share. We also have our third component, which is our thrift stores, and that's also one of our industry phases for our residents where they actually work at Lighthouse. And our thrift stores are in various locations in Polk County and Hillsborough County. It's a wonderful way for our residents to get back into the workforce and to learn work ethics, etc.
You guys do such an amazing service for the community, and it's such a great program that really changes the lives of people and provides some really cool stuff to buy. So, speaking of thrift stores, you're the manager of all the thrift stores in the area.
I am.
Why don't you tell us a little more about that program?
Well, chiefly our role at Lighthouse is to raise the revenue, help to raise revenue. We're really dependent on donors and private donations, but to help offset that so we can accomplish more as a program, we have our thrift stores, and we have 5 thrift stores. One in Auburndale, one in Winter Haven, one in Lakeland, and one Plant City and Brandon. And each one, we receive donations, we process donations, and we sell the donated goods to generate some revenue for the stores.
So how do people get involved in the thrift stores? I mean, what are the ways they can help?
Well, they could certainly shop. That would be awesome. It's a great environment to come hang out in and shop. We have people that come and hang out for hours sometimes in the stores and drink our free coffee and shop, and we love that they become part of the family, and so they can certainly do that. But they can also donate at all of our locations. We're dependent on people to bring stuff onto our docks so we can process it and sell the items. So that's a huge help. But also volunteer. We have regular volunteers at every location that come, and they're part of our staff that we can count on them for hours work every week. We have large groups that come. Galinda helps to get those together for us, that come in and do cleaning projects, and churches and other businesses around Polk County and Hillsborough County come in and do those, and we're so thankful for that because it really helps us be able to maximize our ministry dollars and put stuff right into ministry. And so those are 3 ways that people could help out.
That's excellent. And what types of items do you need for donations?
Well, our staple item is clothing. We always need more clothing. That's over half of our sales are in clothing. But then GM items, general merchandise items, so anything from plates and cups to knickknacks that you have around the house. People love to come find those little treasures in the stores, and certainly furniture, appliances. Just about anything that you can imagine we'll try to sell in the store. There's very few things that we won't take. Computer equipment we don't take, and anything that's too big as far as if it's more than 2 people can carry, we don't take that just because we don't want to kill the people that work in the stores. But that's how we pretty much try to take everything, make it open to as many people as possible.
I think if that was your goal, you'd have a few less volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So how else do the stores serve the communities?
Well, within each of our stores, we have what we call Hope Centers, and it is an opportunity for us to be able to give back to the communities where the stores sit, and that is through an application process. Someone who has need of tangible assistance. So if they need clothing, they need houseware items, or they need furniture, they can come in and through that application process can qualify to get those items, and also food through the stores too. But we love to do that to help to meet needs of people like that, and certainly we love the fact that people can see our stores as a safe place to come and to be. We've had people that have lost loved ones, and they know that because they come and hang out in our stores and are there every day, we know and we love them, and they come and we laugh with people, we mourn with people, we do all those things, and it's just a really vibrant little community in the stores. So we love that that's one of my favorite things when I actually managed a store, was just the relationships that you develop within the stores, where you can know people's stories and can help them whenever possible, and they're a big part of helping us be able to fulfill our mission too. So it's a really exciting part of it.
It's a great service. So, I mean, it's amazing how much you guys have grown in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
I mean, how many stores have opened, and it's just, I mean, it's a lot of growth. And I know you mentioned it briefly about program participants participating. I know that a large part of Lighthouse is, teaching job skills and teaching life skills to these people and giving them, instead of a handout, a hand up, helping them to really become, how do they become staff at these stores, and how is that helping them?
Yeah, every one of the program participants, once they've reached a certain point in their program, they can become interns, and in that they get to come in, and that's the industry component of our program, and they can get hands-on life skill training where they're working alongside our staff and actually become staff as they do that. And as they complete their program, once they've completed it, they have an opportunity to become full-time staff. And we love when that happens. Some of our success stories around, we have one of our managers came through the program, became a staff processor, just processing donations in the back, then moved into a truck, and now he's an assistant manager. Now he's managing our store in Brandon, and actually we have a couple stories like that. Jessica's in Havendale just promoted into management, and she came through our program, and so that's exciting when you can watch people. We love them when they come through the program, and we build these relationships with them, but to see them become part of our team for an extended period of time and join the effort to be able to help others that are in need it's pretty cool. That's a very rewarding part of what we do, get to watch people grow like that.
I can imagine. I mean, they come in oftentimes so broken and defeated, and they have no hope, and by the time they graduate and they participate with you guys, they're new people.
Absolutely.
I mean, they have so much vibrancy and life, and they have all these things. I mean, I really admire what you guys do. So let's talk a little bit more about the actual programs that the people are participating in. The Women and Children's program was the first big program, and why don't you tell us about where that came from and what they do?
Well, our Women's and Children's program is a wonderful program. It offers them a way to change their lives and become successful. We bring them in people that have domestic violence, that homeless, destructive lifestyles, whether it's drugs, alcohol, whatever areas in their life that have brought them down, have taken their lives just to a place where they're not able to be successful. And we ask them to come in and do a 14 to 24 month program with us, a long-term program where they can do education, work therapy, and then a paid internship where they can turn their lives around and change it, and we can work with them. And it makes such a difference in their lives. In order to do that, though, they have to make sure that this is what they want to do. Mm-hmm. So we work with them on a daily basis in doing everything that they need to do. We take care of their children. We have child care. We have a preschool that's on site, and we have a kid care program. Our preschool is a wonderful preschool program. It is 5 years old and under, and it is not only for our children at Lighthouse, but also for outside children in the community. And it is a long-term program where they're able to be there, work with them on a daily basis, and they just work with them every single day. It is just wonderful. And they teach them and help them. And then our kid care program, and within we also have an adult education program, referral services and on-site training, career advancement, case management, discipleship. We do budgeting, parenting. We do so many different things. We have classes that they get that are on a regular basis. We do fit training, and our fit training is on it is things like anger management and loss and grief and parenting classes, and it helps them just to turn their life around, and that makes a difference in what they're doing.
It really does. It's amazing. I love hearing the success stories. The last time you guys were on here, one of your success stories just made me sit here and cry. So hopefully I won't do that this time. So if somebody is in need of your program, mm-hmm. or if they know of somebody who they think is a good fit, how do they go about finding out information and applying, and how does that work?
Mm-hmm. If they would like to apply for our program, they can do it by coming by our shelter and filling out an application, or they can go online to our website. And our website is lighthouse.org, and they go to the residential page. Once they go to the residential page, they go down the page and they do the online application. And when they do the online application, we call them within 24 hours.
Wow.
And talk to them on the phone and set up a date and a time for them to come in and meet with us. And when they come in, they meet with us for an hour, and at least an hour. And when we meet with them, we go over the whole program. We explain everything to them, and we let them know all the exactly what the program is going to do for them, how it's going to change their life. We also let them know that there are a lot of restrictions about our program, so that they will know what to expect while they're there,
right,
to see if it's going to be a good fit for them.
And if they can live within those restrictions, they're going to have a life change.
Absolutely. And if they decide that, yes, this is what I want to do, then we'll set up a date for them to come in and start the program.
So do you accept pregnant women into the program?
We do. We do accept them. They do have to be in their first or second trimester of the pregnancy because it's a work program. Mm-hmm. So they have to be able to do a work program. And if they're in the third trimester, We go ahead and talk to them about the program and let them know what it is, but we let them know that they would need to wait until they have their child, and then we can set them up to come in after they have their child. After they have their child, and once it's 6 weeks old, then they can start the program.
That's amazing. So they've been through the application process. They've met you. They've agreed. They think this is amazing. How long does it normally take to get them in and start the process?
Well, like I said, we try to call them within 24 hours because we don't want them to have to wait.
Right.
They're normally in a crisis situation, and so we want to get back in touch with them as soon as possible. And we want to set them up to come in and see us. And then we do an interview and a tour of the facility so that they can see what it's going to look like, and they'll know what it's going to be like to be there in the shelter, because we're going to be able to give them everything that they need while they're there. They're going to have food, the shelter, clothing, we provide transportation for them while they're there. Everything that they need is provided. And then we go ahead and look at the space availability, and if we have room, we'll go ahead and set them up to come in.
Nice. The shelter is a really awesome place. I mean, I've had an opportunity to have some of the meals there. I have a friend who is a house parent, and get to be around all the kids and the family meal setting. It's really neat. So how much does it cost to be in the residential program?
Our residents are provided everything, but it costs them no money.
Really?
Our only desire is to turn their life around and to allow them to be successful.
That's amazing. So how can the community help you?
You know, supporting Lighthouse is by prayer. It is by asking God not only to help our residents, but our staff. And also by donations and by volunteering. Giving your time, helping when you can, and mentoring. Our residents need a mentor. Our male residents and our female residents. It helps to be able to have someone on the outside of Lighthouse, someone in the community that they can develop a friend relationship with, to have a mentor. That really makes a difference in their lives.
And to hear some outside encouragement. I think we all need a mentor in our lives in some areas. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's always somebody you need to be accountable for and get encouragement from. So I love your program, and it really is a great thing you guys do. So if people want to learn more about Lighthouse, or get information on where the thrift stores are, where can they get that information?
They can go to our website, lighthousemin.org. We just recently in March revamped it, and it has a lot of information there, the location of our stores, everything about our residential programs, our homeless shelter, our community outreach. We also have success stories on our residential page, which has 4 of our former residents, so they can read about how people's lives have been changed going through Lighthouse. So I would say start at our website, which is again lighthousemin.org, and then give us a call. Come for a tour. We love to give tours. Come have lunch with us and go for a tour. We're open for anybody to come by at any time. Be nice to schedule, but it's okay if you drop by.
Especially if they drop by with donations.
That's right. That's
Even
right.
better.
Donations are important. One of the things that Kyle mentioned that I wanted to add to is on our staff right now, we have over 30 formerly homeless people.
That's amazing.
And they are on staff working full time, and they're doing wonderful things in their lives. And we're just really glad that God is using Lighthouse. We are a Christ-centered, faith-based, and believe that if you don't change the inside, the outside's not going to last. And so that's very important at Lighthouse, is the spiritual aspect.
Absolutely. Are you guys on social media?
We're on Facebook. We have our own Facebook page. We're also on Twitter. I'm not too sure about Twitter.
I'm sure it's on the website.
It is on Facebook and it is on our website. I work on our Facebook page and our website page, but Twitter, I'm not a Twitterer.
That's okay. That's okay. So thank you guys for what you do for the community, and thank you for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lighthouse Ministries was created with an available spirit, an idea, a vision, a plan, and a step of action. Since the mid-'70s, they have met the physical, emotional, and other needs of the poor and at-risk population. Their vision is for the individuals they serve to achieve an overall outcome of God's peace, life purpose, and fulfillment of potential. For more information on their programs and how you can help, look them up on the web at lighthousemen.org or give them a call at 863-687-4076.